Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. So today is going to be another vlog type style video. I am going to be doing a shop with me again. I got lots of really good feedback on the last one that I did, so I had to go to shop at Michael's today for a few items. In particular, I am looking for some fall background type of items, like maybe some floral stuff, some greenery, basically things that I can use in my videos or photos that I can put in the background. I don't really have a lot of fall floral items. I'm just starting to collect. You know, years ago I actually used to use a lot of background items in my photos, and I just started feeling like it was taking away from the actual photos of the nails, and it was like people weren't focusing maybe on the nails, they were more so focusing on what was going on in the background. So I had ended up getting rid of all my stuff. Dum-dum. This is where it's like, I remember why it's good to be a hoarder and keep everything, because now I wish I had all of that stuff still. So I am heading out to Michael's today just to kind of look around. I've only been there once since the reopening of all of the stores, so I'm excited to see what they all have, and I might end up going also to Winners. I'm thinking I'm gonna go head over there to HomeSense. My brother's fiance was there yesterday and she sent me some pictures of some of the cute things that she bought, so I might go there as well. I'm thinking that's going to happen today. You're interested in, keep watching, stick around. As always, don't forget to click that like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below and follow along with me today, guys. We are going shopping. Alright guys, I have made it to Michael's. Okay, first let me say, ignore all the crap in my backseat. I have to go to Sarcan. I have cans of paint. I have a bunch of cans and bottles that I just need to get rid of. Everything was in my garage and I cleaned my garage last week, so I am getting rid of a bunch of stuff that was in there, so ignore the mess. But that being said, they open in about 5 minutes, and so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the whole mask situation, because I am going to be wearing a mask when I go in there. So I wanted to let you know if it sounds muffled or you're having a hard time hearing me, that's why. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to sound. This is my first time actually recording at a store besides when I went to Kelly's, and Kelly actually was closed that day and just allowed me to go in, so I didn't have to worry about other people being around or noise or anything like that. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go. And it's not busy at all. There's only about maybe 8 cars in the parking lot. I think a lot of people assumed that they opened at 9:30 because quite a few people have been walking to the door, but they're not open till 10 a.m. I don't know if that's new hours for Michael's or if this is the regular hours on Sunday. I can't remember. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about the whole mask situation because I have a few minutes. So here where I live in Regina, Saskatchewan, in Canada, if you aren't familiar with where we are, and yes, it is pronounced Regina, not Regina, for a lot of the American folks out there. I know you guys want to always say Regina. So we have actually been doing really, really well here. There was, I think it was about a month that we had 0 cases, 0 active cases. So we were doing really well. And then people just started, you know, everybody was getting antsy, wanting to get out and do things. So people started traveling to other areas in Canada, so other provinces, and I believe we had a couple of flights that came back, one from Toronto and one from Calgary, and so we ended up with a couple of cases. I think it started out as 5, and then I think it went up to 7 at one point, and then I think that we are now down to either 3 or 0. I cannot say for sure. I'm not 100% sure what we're at exactly today, but we are still doing amazing. Now for myself, I do still try to implement wearing a mask when I go shopping. Now that does not mean that I have not forgotten. There have been days when I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off from store to store to store, and I have ran in and forgot to put my mask on. So in no manner am I perfect, but I do try. Now I know everyone has their opinion on the whole mask situation and the whole COVID situation in itself. Whatever your opinion is and your thoughts on wearing masks, not wearing masks, that is 100% your opinion and you are entitled to that. And this is just how I feel. So for me, because I work with, you know, up to 24 people a week, I don't know where they've been. I don't know who they've been around. I don't know if they've all traveled or, you know, what they're doing. And I would really hate if for some, you know, accidental reason I ended up getting COVID myself and didn't have any symptoms. I just really consciously wouldn't feel great about just very willy-nilly walking around in stores, touching things and doing things without just trying to be a little cautious. Like I said, that does not mean I'm perfect. That does not mean that, you know, I can't still spread it on accident. But for my conscience, I do try to wear a mask. And like I said, I just wanted to mention that because it may be a little muffled. You may have a little harder time hearing me. And I just wanted to let you know why. So that being said, the store is going to open in 1 minute. So I am excited to get in there and see what Michael's has and show you all what they have, because I'm sure they have Halloween stuff. They probably already have Halloween stuff out. I know they got fall stuff out, so I'm excited to show you what they have. Okay guys, so I ended up having to do a voiceover because the music in Michael's was super loud, which is really fun when you're shopping, but when you're doing a shop with me video, no bueno, because otherwise I would end up getting stuck with some copyright infringements, and I don't want that because then my video will get removed. So I went down the paper aisle, so the scrapbooking paper aisle. So Talia and Sarah oftentimes, and many other nail techs out there, but Talia and Sarah in particular, use these large pads of scrapbooking paper, and that one that we just saw there was a plaid one, and I know Talia had purchased it. Now I'm generally more of a neutral background person. I don't use a lot of scrapbooking paper anymore. I used to. Now this one here Sarah had shown on her page, and I at first was like thinking this one would work, so I shoved this one in my cart. So I'm the kind of person who ends up throwing everything in my cart and then I decide after. So this one was really neutral. It had some floral patterns in it, which were really pretty, some roses, and not a huge amount of metallic. So I do find when you are using background papers like this one here, it has a complete metallic rose gold sheet of paper, which the metallics are a lot harder to film or video on because the camera kind of wants to focus on the metallic part or the shiny part, plus you get a bunch of reflections and things like that. So although this pad here was beautiful and I loved obviously all of the blush colors and that marble page, I just wasn't wanting to purchase that whole book. And then I saw this guy here, and of course those are my colors. Those are the colors of my nail room. So I had to look at that one. The butterfly page was really cool. There was another metallic one. I thought that this one was kind of neat too. I didn't know exactly how I would use something like that, but I did think it was cool. The marbling, and you'll see coming up, there's a pink marble page. Hello! Totally up my alley. But again, I just wasn't sold on the entire book, and they are $30. Now, I don't think that they are the everyday price, so I would have been able to use the coupon, but then I seen this one. So I am quite certain that Talia has this water marbling one, and it is so pretty, so pretty. So I wanted to ask you guys, when you are looking at nail photos in particular, not so much videos, but both of them, but more so I'm looking to ask you guys about photos. When you look at nail photos, if there is a background paper, do you kind of get distracted by the background paper and sort of not focus on the nails completely? Or does it not matter? Do you prefer the background paper? I'm sort of curious. I find that I kind of tend to get distracted and I'm not focused so much on the nails. But when I see other people's photos with a bunch of background stuff, I really do love them. So I'm really torn. So I ended up throwing the watercolor one in the cart. And like I said, I will decide later on which ones, or if any, that I wanted to choose. And then also just on the other side, they have individual scrapbooking papers. So this is actually generally where I shop because I have never bought a huge pad before. So the marbling one that I'm showing you right now is my #1 go-to. They only have one sheet left. Otherwise I would have bought some more of them because they do get wrecked. They do get tattered. You know, glitter gets on them, gel gets on them, but they have so many different ones. This one here is just a tan wood grain. Again, I gravitate towards the neutral colors, but they have so many, as you can see, tons and tons of papers. All right, guys, so just at the sticker aisle, sometimes you can actually find little stickers. Like if you look at these are little letter stickers. They're little gold letter stickers, and they would actually fit very well on the nail. So if you're looking for any type of like lettering, these are actually kind of cute. $5.49. I don't think that these are the everyday prices, so if you're not familiar with Michaels, I mean, I'm sure you are if you're a nail tech, but the everyday pricing stuff you can't use coupons on, only the other stuff, so this would be something you could use a coupon on. But yeah, these are super tiny and they would definitely fit on the nail, so that's just kind of keeping my eye open to see if I see anything else that's really tiny. Here's some little, what are these called? Shamrocks. So those would work. Those are small enough that you could use them. Okay, so here is something I wanted to show you guys. Now this is on sale. They're on clearance for $5.77. So I have one of these at home, and I actually used it to put my swatch sticks on. Let me see if I can put it down over here to show you guys. So it is a carousel, so I used to actually have this on my desk with all of my swatch sticks. Now I know Talia uses another, I think she uses something like this, similar to this, not exactly like this, and she hooks all of her new colors on these so that when people come in they know, and she knows which ones are her new colors. But this one is on sale for $5.99 or $5.77. So, and I actually spray painted mine gold, so that might be something that is interesting to you guys out there. So the last time that I was at Michael's, I was looking for the containers that I normally buy for my glitter, and they didn't seem to have them. So I'm not sure if this is not going to be an item that they carry anymore. But what I did notice was instead they had these smaller ones. I'll just flip it over here for you guys. So they are a lot smaller containers. They're a little taller, but they're a lot tinier. And then they have these ones, which are larger, obviously, but they're really big. And I loved how my other containers fit in my drawer. So I am going to actually search online to see if they have the other ones still, because I'm going to be very sad if they don't have them, because I probably need a couple of more of them. These are the containers, or the little trolleys that Talia uses, and it's crazy how many colors they've come out with now. I think when she originally posted about hers, they only had maybe white and black, and now they have tons of them, and they have so many different ones. Like this one has a little shelf on this side. It has a few little hooks and things on that side that you could put things on. You could essentially hang swatch sticks on there. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, so this one's cool. You know, their pricing is not too bad. We're looking at like $75. Now, if you see the sticker, it is an everyday value, so you cannot use a coupon on these items. These ones are only $50, so that is not too bad. And these are the ones that come in so many different colors. But if you're looking for something like this, a little trolley, Michaels has a ton of them in a ton of different colors. So I currently have some of these. Now I have a blush pink and a mint color, but they come in like a sort of see-through transparent orange color. I don't see the mint here, but these ones, I have them all in my drawers, actually in my office drawers, of course, because they matched my room perfectly. But I think I'm going to grab one of these scrapbook paper holders. I used to have one. Again, I cannot freaking find it anywhere, so I don't know what I did with it. I think I just got rid of so much stuff. But they're only $5.99, so I'm going to grab one. I don't know that it's going to fit exactly where I want it. I'm thinking it might be a little too thick, but currently I just have my scrapbooking paper shoved under my drawer unit, so it gets a little dusty, so I'm going to throw one of these in the cart as well. Alright, I have arrived at the fall section, so there are a ton of things. Now this is where I struggle because I am not an orange or green or yellow type of person at all, so I do have a little harder time choosing things. I am hoping that there's going to be another area where they have maybe like more like blush colors or like dusty rose or like a dusty green, because these and me are not generally the best combo. I'm just not, I don't gravitate towards them, but I do need some things in this color tone, so I'm just going to take a peek around and show you what I find. So their spring and summer stuff is on sale right now. Their florals are 60% off, so this is $30. So I kind of thought I could use some of these for fall, like not the little yellow things, but the peach colored ones and the white ones. So I'm gonna shove that in my cart. As always, I fill up my cart and then I like do a big decide after, because I end up just putting so much stuff in my cart all the time and then I have to decide on it. So I just found this little stack of goodies. Again, you guys, I have mentioned before, I am not a flower person or a plant person, so I could not tell you what any of the flowers are, but I kind of like this color for fall. It's less orange and more peach, and I think that I can implement that and make it, you know, a little bit on the fall. So I'm gonna throw that one. Again, this one is on, how much is it? 17, but 60% off. This is my jam right here. These sort of muted, dusty colors. This was what I was looking for. So I am going to go through here and see if I find something that I love. You really have no idea how I'm struggling with the whole orange situation. So these bouquets are buy one get one free. They're 15 bucks. So I picked both of these because I love the vibrancy of this purple, and I don't have anything purple at home. But then there's this orange one, and I even thought, like, together they're not too bad. I don't know if I would pick the stems all apart and just kind of use them individually and place them. So I think I'm going to settle on that. And then I think I am going to keep this little guy as well, because all together those look kind of cool together. So I've got those two and then these ones. So the other thing that I was thinking was some of these little pumpkins, items like that. So these are $12.99, but I am going to go to the dollar store also. So I kind of want to see what they have at the dollar store first. I can always come back, you know, it's just the beginning. I don't think this stuff is going to sell out immediately, but I'm going to go run to a dollar store here and see if they have any items like this, because a lot of times the dollar store's got some cheap stuff. Even floral stuff I'm going to look for there as well. Okay guys, they have these huge flowers, and I kind of thought those would be fun. I don't know. They are very cool, but really $23 I think is just too, oh wait, although they're not everyday price, so you could use, I think it's a 30% coupon. So I don't know. I'm gonna think on that as well. Throw it in the cart just in case. Okay, so as you can see, I have made it over to HomeSense. Now, I'm not looking for anything in particular here. My brother's fiance had just mentioned that they have a lot of nice fall stuff. Now, I am supposed to be on a buying freeze right now, so I shouldn't be buying anything other than stuff that I'm going to use in the nail room. But that being said, if I find something that is amazing, I may just end up buying it. So I'm going to take you guys in there with me, and then I'm going to also head over to a couple of the dollar stores, Dollarama and Dollar Tree. I do want to head over to the dollar stores today because I am going on my holiday and I won't be able to go shopping for a while. So I'm going to get it all done today. And it is beautiful outside. It's hot as heck, which I'm not complaining because I love summer and winter is going to come here soon enough. So that being said, let me get into HomeSense and see what they've got. Okay guys, so I came around the corner and saw all of these beautiful sparkly dishes that everybody seems to use in their videos for their monomer. I love the idea of it, but they just seem so big and I don't think that they would fit really well on my desk. My desk is cluttered as it is, but look at that sparkle. And of course, I could not ignore this little section here, but but I did not buy anything. So they had an abundance of laundry baskets. I'm not sure why, but they had quite a few of them that had lids with them, which is great for the nail room, especially if you are wearing cotton aprons or something like that that you have to take off in between clients. They have a ton of laundry baskets. So I also came across these little carousel things that I thought might be good for someone who's looking for something to put their brushes in, or just different types of solutions that they like to keep on hand. And then this thing on the left I thought would be good. I think I've seen people use them for their large stamping plates to organize them on top of their desks. And everything was very matchy-matchy, all very similar patterns, and they had tons of colors: dark gray, light gray, mint, and teal. Well guys, I completely failed at the buying freeze when I went into HomeSense. Now I didn't go overboard, but I did buy a few cute things that are not for the nail room, although I could implement them in the nail room, so I'm kind of trying to justify it in that manner. But I will show you what I got when I get home. I'm off to the dollar stores now. For these little letter boards, Dollarama has quite a few. I actually have this one, but I've put it away since COVID just to try to keep as much stuff as possible off my desk. But if you are someone who still does like having little letter boards like this, Dollarama has several. If you watched, well actually I just filmed the video, I don't know if it'll go up before this one, but I was looking for like a jar filler for a container that I bought off of Amazon, and at another Dollarama they have these little diamonds, but here they just have this, and I'm not sure that I'm going to make it to the other Dollarama, so I'm kind of tempted to just pick one of these up, but I really want the other ones because they're diamonds. But if you're looking for any type of vase filler or something like that so that you can stand your brushes, your nail art brushes and stuff up in, the Dollarama has this stuff as well. I'm looking at this sand here. So they have this colored art sand, which is super fine, and they have these little rocks, but they have this little sand. I'm curious if anyone has used this sand here for holding up your brushes. That might be something to use as well. I found them. So they're actually in the arts and crafts section, so I am going to pick up several of these so that I can fill my jars. Okay you guys, so the Dollarama has tons of different containers for items. So remember those ones I was just showing you at Michael's? They have them here, basically the exact same thing, for $4. That is pretty amazing. These are the containers that I actually use to store my foils in. They fit absolutely perfect, like lengthwise or sideways I should say, in the smaller Alex drawer. So I actually have 2 stacked and then 2 stacked side by side or in front of one another, and they fit perfectly. Then I just noticed they have, of course, because they're pink and teal, I just noticed this little like carousel storage box thing. So I think how it works, I'm going to assume that these might actually detach, and it's a little carousel, so that is pretty cool. I may think of a way that I could use that. They have this one, which has a handle so you could take it places. It has how many storages in it? So there's 3 pieces. I'm assuming that they all just stay together, clip together. Tons of storage. Like this would be great for taking brushes if you are a traveling nail tech. This would be great for storing your brushes. $2.50, pretty amazing. They also have this smaller storage box. Again, it would actually be good for foils if you cut them. So if you're a person who cuts your foils into little pieces, they might fit in here, or rhinestones. Actually, come to think of it, they might be a little short for the foils. You might end up having to cut them short, but rhinestones, this might be something good for rhinestones. So the main two reasons that I wanted to go to Dollarama was, one, to get those little diamonds to fill up my brush holder, and also I wanted to look at their flowers. So unfortunately they really didn't have much fall stuff. They had some of that little foamy stuff right there, but they didn't really have anything. I was looking for something in the navy color in particular. Michaels did have a lot of dark blue navy stuff, but of course, as we know, Michaels flowers are a little more on the expensive side, so I just wanted to see if Dollarama had anything, and unfortunately they did not. Okay, so Dollar Tree has quite a few fall flower options, some spring flowers. I think that these leaf type of ones might be good for background. That's a little pumpkin. Okay, so I might grab actually have a dotting tool at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and it is pink, so if anyone is looking for a pink dotting tool, they have one for super cheap at the Dollar Tree. Okay, you guys, so I am finally done shopping. I just left Dollar Tree, and they completely made up for the fact that Dollarama had no floral items, because they had a crap ton of floral items. So on a side note, if you are a crafter and you do like wreaths or anything like that, or any type of centerpieces with any type of like floral arrangements, they have some really nice dark colors there. I cannot wait to show you guys all what I got. I'm going to now head to Sarcan and try to get rid of all of these cans and paint that are in my car, and then I'm going to head home and I will show you all of the goodies that I got. All right, guys, I finally made it home. I have tons of stuff. I knew I bought lots, but I didn't realize how much stuff, so I've got it all here next to me in my living room. So I didn't even end up getting to go to Sarcan because I still am kind of not remembering days here and there. I think it's still just from COVID or whatever, but anyways, so I made it home and I cannot wait to show you everything. So I'm going to start with Michaels. I'm going to go in order of which shop I went to. So Michaels was number 1. So I did put a couple of the items back. As I mentioned, I am one of those people who throws everything in my cart and then decides after what I want. So one of the items that I did put back is that big flower that I was looking at. I honestly just could not justify spending, I think it was like $23 Canadian. I was planning to use a coupon, but the coupon I couldn't use on it because it was already a sale item, I guess, because it was part of the buy one, get one free fall items. So I ended up just putting that back, and then actually I put back both paper booklets. So I just was like humming and hawing and thinking about it, and I was kind of opening them up and putting my hands on there to see like how, my nails are pretty plain and they need to be done drastically. I just really love having a neutral background. So for now, I'm going to stick with my very plain neutral black background. Either it's like a marble paper that I use or just my desk, which is white. And I'm gonna start implementing more of these like floral items and things like that. Now, if I still am not happy, or I think later on I want to start implementing more colored paper backgrounds, I can go do that at any time. So that being said, the one item or a few items that I bought, we'll start with the first one. So I did end up purchasing that container for my scrapbooking paper. Even though I did not buy a ton of it, I actually wish they were a lot thinner. I do remember the one that I had was a lot thinner, so I am going to look harder through my house to see if I can find that one, and if I do, I may end up returning this, although this was only, I think, $5.99, so it wasn't that expensive. So it depends on if I think it's worth it to drive all the way to the other end of the city to return it or not, if I find the other one. But I am going to put my papers in this. I just don't know where I'm going to store it yet. I am planning to reorganize my nail room, so I may find a new spot for something like this to fit. So that's item number 1. Now I'm going to get into the floral items. So you guys did see most of what I did purchase. I was kind of going back and forth and I didn't know which ones I wanted. So I did end up getting the peach colored, I don't know what you call this, you guys. I'm seriously the most terrible person when it comes to flowers. On the tag it just says bush, but it's, I mean, I don't know if you call it, I think I said it in the store foliage or something like that. So, but it's a peach color, and I ended up getting also the pink one. So I did get both of these items. Hi. And I love both of the colors. So I got those two, and I also got this one here. So this one is really pretty as well. And it's kind of like blush tones and sort of dusty rose tones, so I know that I'm going to love using it. And then I got 2 other bouquets as well, and those ones I showed you. I was struggling with the whole orange thing because I'm just not good with choosing oranges and yellows and greens, but I also chose this one, and so together I think they actually look really nice. And even if I actually throw all of them together, they look like a really, really pretty bouquet. So I do think I'm going to be able to use all of these. Now in total, you know, it really wasn't a lot. I think in total, let me just look at my bill here. So for everything, it was like $52 and some change. So really, oftentimes flowers can be super, super expensive, but the spring stuff was on sale for 60% off. And then all of the fall stuff was buy one, get one free. So I got a pretty good deal with the mic. On a side note, I have no idea where I'm going to store all of this stuff. I am hoping that when I do the move around reorganization that I'm going to find somewhere that I can put all of this stuff. I kind of have a little idea in my head of where I'm going to put it. But again, if you guys have a way that you store all of your sort of decorative items that you use for photos and videos, I would love to know below if you have a link to a video or your Instagram or something like that of where you put everything, because now that I'm starting to repurchase all this stuff, I need to have somewhere to put it. So next up is the winners haul or winners buy. So these items at first I was kind of like, oh, you shouldn't be spending money on them because you're on a buying freeze. But I have come to the realization that I will be using them in YouTube videos. I will actually be using them sort of as like little background props when fall comes. When I do videos like this where I'm talking to you guys and you can see me and my smiley face, I will have those in the background. And I would like to actually get some more. After I was like, oof, I should have got some more other things, some like little signage or whatever that I seen even at Dollar Tree. I'm kind of like wishing I would have got some more, but you know, I can always go check stuff out again and see what else they have. So the first one is a beautiful blush pink pumpkin that says grateful. Now the only crappy thing is, while it was in the bag, it rubbed up against one of my other pumpkins that I bought and it's got some blue marking on it. So I'm going to have to see if I can try to get that off, which I'm sure I can. And regardless, it's at the back, so it's not the end of the world. So it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but it is a very, very soft blush pink. Now this one does not say that it can go outside, because I thought, well, I could put them outside as well if I wanted to. But the other two do say that they are indoor and outdoor. So I will start with the blue one. So this is just kind of a wonky pumpkin, I call it. But it does say on top in the little tag there that it is indoor and outdoor safe. So this one was $14.99 and the big sucker was, I don't know where the tag is, so I'll have to look on my receipt. But this one was $14.99, and then I got a smaller one in, again, like a blush pink tone Same thing, indoor, outdoor safe, and this one was $8.99. So like I said, I'm going to be able to use these in my YouTube videos. I could put them down in front of my door if I wanted to, outside with all my other little goodies that I have out there, or even when you first walk into my house, I could put them there. So I don't feel so bad about the purchase anymore. And out of all of the items that I bought today, these were the only ones that I was kind of feeling bad about at first, but I don't feel bad anymore. So let's move on to the next one. So that large pumpkin was actually $24.99, so really not that bad at all. And they're very heavy. Like, I definitely think you could keep them outside. Even though that one does not specifically say that it is indoor, outdoor, I honestly think it would be fine outdoors as well. So moving on to the next place was Dollarama. So I ended up purchasing 6 packages of these guys. I think, what are they, $1.25, super cheap. I think it's like 8 something with tax at the end. And honestly, that was the only thing that I bought that was for the nail room. I did buy a few items that I needed for my camping trip coming up, but those are irrelevant to this shopping video, so I'm just going to show you these guys. So yeah, these will work perfect for the new container that I bought, but that's it. Little small item from Dollarama. And last but not least, we have Dollar Tree. So you guys, I bought so many flowers and florally things and little decoration things from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree was an awesome hit today. So the first 2 things I'm going to show you are just these little signs, and they had tons of them. I know that they say the exact same thing, but I honestly couldn't choose which color I thought would look best in my house, in the nail room, and for $1.25, I was like, buy them both, duh. So they had several other ones that now, like I said, I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for not purchasing more of them, thinking in the background where I'm going to place those pumpkins for shooting YouTube videos and things like that, I could have had some more of those signs. So I may end up going back tomorrow to pick up a few extra little signs. If I do, I'll probably just post them on my IG story. But those are super cute. So I've got those guys. Picking up some ceramic pumpkins. So I've got these 2 little ones here. So they're matte, and they just have like a really dark brown kind of little leaf thing on top. So I got 2 of those guys. And then this one I absolutely loved, and they only had 1 left because it has a gold stem and it's matte. So the reason that I actually wanted to get matte is because I find for photos and stuff, I do find sometimes when you have something with a reflection, if it's metallic or it's glass or it's shiny, it's a little hard sometimes to focus, or you just get that reflection that you don't want. So I was really happy I found at least 1 of these little guys. Now I actually have a few of them for my front entrance. Like when you walk into my house outside, I actually put them, and they have lasted outside for, this will be the 3rd year through rain, and honestly there's even been times where it snowed and I still had them out there. And the ones that I have outside, I didn't have any of these matte ones outside, but I'm going to keep my eye out next year early on at the Dollar Tree to see if I can get a few more of these ones, because I love the little gold stem. So I might try to actually, I might take these leaf kind of things off of this one, and I may attempt to try to paint the stem on these ones gold. We'll see if I'm feeling like Martha that day, aka Martha Stewart. The other 2 little ceramic items that I got, because, well, they were pink and I couldn't pass them up, so I am not sure exactly where or how I will use these in the nail room, but I will either use them in the nail room or in my house somewhere. Again, they may be just an item that sits in the background with maybe a flower in it or something, because they could be, they're just little tiny vases. But again, $1.25. Now they actually had these in a teal color, they had them in a gray and a white, but I just chose to get the 2. Of course, when I go back to look at those signs, who knows, I may pick up a couple of more. So let's get into all of the floral stuff. I'm going to start with the leaf type of floral things that I've gotten. So you guys saw me checking out these ones in the video. So I've got 2 of the same. Let me just pull them out here. So I've got these ones here. There's 2 of them, and one of them had a little pumpkin on it, and I couldn't find another one with a pumpkin, but they've got like little berries. And again, I'm not, you know, great at these kind of colors. It's really hard for me to kind of wrap my head around them, but I need them. I know that I need them because I do have a bunch of fall colors that I want to take photos with. I've got a Madame Glam collection. Well, it's not a collection, it's just fall colors that I've purchased. And I know that this would look probably nice behind it, or even when I just do fall nails. And then I got a couple of other ones as well. So this one has more red tones to it. There's like a weird squash in it, but I probably won't use that because, well, it kind of looks like something. I'm sure you guys can figure out what I'm talking about. So I'll probably remove that. And then this one, again, has like a little pumpkin, and it's more on the greens. So again, all together, they're kind of pretty. I'm sure I will be able to use them. Then I came across these other leaves in the other section that I was like, oh my gosh, I love it, because I was looking for something in the navy color or like that dusty dark blue color. And look at these leaves, you guys. They're so pretty. So I got 4 of each color. These are like a very off-white sort of cream color, and then the center of them is sort of a blush pink tan. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And these, like, together, hello, I know you can't see my face. I know I'm covering my face up for the most part of this video, but it doesn't matter. That's not what we're here for. So these I am very, very happy about. Again, $1.25 a piece. So my total bill at Dollar Tree, let me just say, was $44.50 for all, and I still have so much more to show you guys. So those ones are a good purchase. Then I found some of these, which are purple. So I've got these ones here. Purple is a really nice color for the fall. It's kind of a maroon, not a maroon, excuse me, like a plummy kind of purple. It's showing up a little brighter in the camera than it actually is, but I just got 2 of those. Again, $1.25. And another color that I'm not great at is reds. I am not a red person either. So, I mean, if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I'm like a pink, blue, purple kind of person. Teals, blushes, those are kind of my colors that I gravitate towards. I really have to work hard to choose reds and things like that, because I just, to my eye, I just don't gravitate towards them. So I got a couple of these little red ones. I figured they would look nice. All of these colors together, at the end I'm going to bunch everything and just show you them all together in one huge bouquet. They all actually go really nice together, even the oranges, which, you know, I didn't think they would go, but they do. So I've got 2 of these. And then there was these as well, which are kind of like bluish, purplish. They've got a little bit of both color in there. I just picked up 3 of those. Very pretty. Again, I have, oh, this one actually says what kind it is. So this is a hydrangea. Maybe these ones say their names. Ooh, this one says it's a mum. Chrysanthemum. Guys, I'm learning some floral names here. This is a dahlia. And the rest are just leaves. So look at Dollar Tree educating me on flowers. So yes, I've got 3 of those. And this is a mum as well. And I got 3 of these. I just wanted some off-white or some very neutral, so I got 3 of these ones as well. Very pretty. And I found a couple of these again. So this, they say, are willows, but I think, like I said, they're called foliage. Now I am making a mess with this. This stuff, I will say, is messy. It's all over my pants right now and all over my couch, which I'm not loving, but I will vacuum them with my little pink vacuum that I got at Walmart. This stuff is really pretty too. So I am going to bunch them all together right now and show you how they all look together. So look at how pretty that is. They all go very nicely together. Honestly, they really do. Like, even these ones here, they're looking very bright in the camera. They're not quite that bright. Everything is definitely a little more muted, but my camera does show the colors really bright. So obviously I know I'm not going to be using them in a huge bunch like this while I'm filming or anything. But for me, it was important that they all kind of go together so that I can mix and match all of them together. So definitely a good purchase at the Dollar Tree. All right, guys, so that is everything I have from this little shopping spree today. I think the thing that I'm most excited about is just all of the floral elements and implementing them into my photos and videos. I used to do that, like I said, years ago. I used to add like crystals and stuff in the background, and I just kind of got away from that. I felt like I wasn't able to focus enough on the nails in the photos, but I will start doing this again because I do love adding the floral elements. They're so pretty, and I see Talia and Sarah and many other girls doing it, so why not join in? So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it with someone else. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as always, guys, have an amazing day.